Hey everyone, Slick for Tech here. In today's video we have the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus with the Exynos processor. And we will be testing out these Android games. High refresh rate, 120Hz and full HD plus, since QHD is not supported by the 120Hz refresh rate. So we want to just see if we can get the 120 FPS if possible, since the Huawei P40 Pro got 90 FPS with its 90Hz display. CPU temperature and the battery temperature. Resolution is going to be on max. Epic. Hopefully we'll find games which can be run at least 90 FPS, but we'll see what happens. As you can see, we're already getting FPS drops, but it's normal since it's on max settings. Ooh, too many frame drops now. As you know, Exynos is not the best gaming processor. Snapdragon 865 is far more powerful. The next game we're testing is Black Desert Mobile and graphics, and we're gonna set everything to max. As you can see, frame limit is also set to max. We're actually not at 60 FPS, which is quite disappointing. We're at 40 FPS. And considering we can go to 120Hz, it's a shame that it's not going to be able to with the limits this Exynos processor has. So, yeah, that's not a very good thing. That's a shame. Next game is Car X Highway Racing. Yep, 60 FPS. That's a shame. So I guess the 120Hz display didn't specifically mean anything. I was really hoping to see 90 FPS at least. That's a bad problem, I guess. But either way, 60 FPS still, at least it can handle this game. This is Marvel Champions. No frame drops. Let's move on. This game didn't have any higher than 30 FPS, which means it's limited to 30 FPS. Cyber Hunter is the next game. So I set to 90 FPS. Hopefully we would be able to see some good frames on here, but we'll see. So first thing I want you guys to notice is that even though we are set to 90 FPS, this is limited to 60 apparently. Which is pretty sad, because it seems like the 120Hz display that Samsung did advertise the phone as was just a marketing strategy. I'm not sure why we can't play this game at 90 FPS, but it seems that way. You could see we are 90. So when you put on insane, let's fix this up. I think I fixed it. So graphics is now on insane, resolution high, and graphics again is set on high. So this is 36 FPS. This is how much the Exynos can handle Cyber Hunter. So that's not the best, unfortunately. It's a shame that you can't play these games at 90 FPS, whereas on the Huawei P40 Pro I was playing this at 90 FPS, so not too happy. Now Exynos is a weaker processor, but other than that they seem to have made a mistake about the refresh rate or something. All the setting hasn't been optimized yet for you to be able to play these games at that 120Hz. So the next game we're testing is Darkness Rises. So we're gonna go graphics and we're gonna put on high. Everything is gonna set on the maximum. And from what I remember, the P40 Pro was playing this at 90 FPS. Now this is the S20 Plus with a 120Hz display, and we're still limited to 60, unfortunately. Oh, 35. I spoke too soon. So there are frame drops. And the S20 Plus isn't going to be able to play this perfectly smooth. But still, doing decent. Considering it's the Exynos processor. And the cutscene jumped to 37 FPS. This is Gangster Las Vegas. So we're in, and this game doesn't have any graphical settings, so we don't have to bother with anything. 30 FPS limited. Hopefully the Exynos processor can handle it, and hopefully not give us any frame drops. So as you can see, we are getting some frame drops, unfortunately, but it's doing pretty decently, and it is playable. It's just that occasional lag, which might bother some people, is visible in this game. Okay, so the next game I'm testing is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. We're gonna set resolution on max, visual effects on max. So 30 FPS, which is as expected since this game is limited to 30 FPS.
Give me that ride, lady.
So far it seems pretty smooth. We're not getting any extreme frame loss.
Look where you going.
.30 FPS. So the next game we're playing is Infinity Up. So this is high, this is ultra, ultra, high, high, ultra. This is the maximum settings. Again, limited to 60 FPS. I'm expecting a lot of frame drops since this game is pretty difficult to play on an Exynos processor. As you can see, we already dropped to 51 FPS once. Injustice 2.
This world is protected.
So as you can see, it's 30 FPS, no frame drops, thankfully. This game is running perfectly smooth. Shadowgun Legends. So first thing, we're gonna go graphics. FPS is going to be on 60 and graphic detail is going to be on ultra high. And the FPS drops. Enemies here, let's see, is it gonna drop to 20? 30? Oh, that frame drop went to 29 there. Oh, 25 FPS. Okay, so definitely struggling. Mad Out 2. Okay. Let's just go very high. And then set screen resolution on max as well. So as you can see, we're getting 27 FPS, which is not good at all.
Okay, let's go.
2019. Oh, this is terrible. Mario Kart. So as you can see, we're at 60 FPS. And this is a very easy game to emulate since there are no graphical settings. It's supposed to be playable on even weak performance phones, budget phones. As you can see, we're getting no frame drops, so at least an Exynos can perform this well. Modern Strike Online. Graphics, high, and that's it. That's the main graphical settings apparently. So even 48 FPS we got to, which is not great. We got Payback 2. For Payback 2, if you go to Options, Graphics, and you could set the resolution to 100, shader quality is set to high, and draw distance is set to high. I'm stuck already, so... As you can see, we're getting 60 FPS anyways, so... Pubg Mobile. I'm gonna go smooth and extreme because balance doesn't have the 60 FPS option. And we're gonna go Rebel Racing. But even at that, and there are no graphical settings we could edit, but even with that we're getting some frame drops to 23 FPS, which is pretty unfortunate. 25 FPS, 24 FPS. Not good. So unfortunately Exynos isn't very reliable for gaming. Spider-Man 2, I think that's about it. I'm not going to show too much of this. You could see how it is. With all of this graphical beauty, it's still 30 FPS. Shadowgun Wargames. Graphics, and set the FPS limit to 60 and the graphic detail to ultra high. So first thing I want you guys to notice that on the max settings you are at 3 or 4 FPS, which is beyond terrible, since the Huawei P40 Pro managed to keep this at 60 FPS. I don't understand anything. What is really happening here? Oh, that is so messed up. So this is completely not playable on ultra high. Go to high and see if it changes anything. To the point that it's just crashed. The game crashed. Gear.club. So as you can see, we're just getting 60 FPS, which is pretty good. Only problem is, it's a shame that the 120 Hz display that they advertise, we can't see any increase of FPS, like the Huawei P40 Pro, which managed to get 90 FPS for this game. High Impact third. Make sure everything is set on the highest possible, which it seems it is. $60 FPS. So 60 FPS for this game too, including the cutscenes. Here we're getting some frame drops, and when we use the ultimate, you can see 55, 46, we got some frame drops unfortunately. And if we go to battery, you could see there's battery drain of 17% per hour. Shadowgun Legends, I hope it did. Yeah, 15% per hour. So in general it's pretty good. The battery life, I'm impressed anyways. I didn't notice any problems while I've had it for this past month. Unfortunately some games are gonna be higher. The P40 Pro did much better than this. And for the price you're paying, I don't think this is the best phone you should buy. Honestly, if you want the S20, if you want the Samsung S20 Plus, I would recommend buying from Hong Kong or United States, finding the version with the Snapdragon, not the Exynos, since this Exynos version, it's just not good enough for gaming, and it's struggling to even play games at ultra high settings in the first place. So it's playing very similar to a budget phone. Now hopefully this video was useful, and if you liked it, like it, and if you can, subscribe to my channel to keep making these videos for you. I can buy more smartphones and do more of these tests for you, but again, I need people to watch them. So if I don't see that many subscribers or viewers on my videos, I may just stop completely. But for now, I'm here, and hopefully this video was informative. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.